Dear students, after we understand the advantages of SI units, next topic we have is dimensions and dimensional formula. So, to measure a physical quantity, we need to express that in terms of units. The physical quantity can be related by using one or more of the fundamental quantities. Fundamental quantities are length, mass, and time, electric current, temperature, amount of substance, and luminous intensity. These concepts are used in the physics as well as in engineering. They are used to check the correctness of the equation, derive the relationship between the quantities, convert the units from one system to another, that is FPS system to CGS system or SI system, etc. Understand the physical nature of the quantities. Dimensions. Dimensions are the powers of the fundamental quantities that are used to represent or derived physical quantities. In a simple words, dimension tell us how a physical quantity is dependent on the fundamental quantity. Dimensional formula. Dimensional formula is the mathematical expression showing how the physical quantities are related or they are dependent on the fundamental quantity using the dimensions, and that is raised with appropriate powers. So dimensional formula is going to consist of fundamental quantities like length, mass, time, and so on and so forth. They will be raised with some power A, B, C, D. So the values of A, B, and C, D is going to signify dimensional formula. Difference between dimensions and dimension formula. Powers of fundamental quantities represents the dimensions, and complete representation of dimensions is dimensional formula. This indicates only the dependency, and dimensional formula is going to give the mathematical notation. Example for a fundamental quantity can be dependent on length, mass, and time, but dimension formula gives the complete clarity how it is dependent, that is linearly dependent, or it is having a power to relationship or minus power to relationship. So all that is being signified in the dimensional formula. So dimensions are used to represent the individual dimensions, whereas this is representing the complete quantity. So how to write a dimensional formula? Let's take an expression of force is equal to mass into acceleration. So mass is expressed in kgs, acceleration is expressed in meter per second square. Okay, so first is we need to write the equation. Second is each of these quantities should be represented by their dimensions. So mass is in kgs, and next is meter per second square is L into t power minus 2. So this is ml t power minus 2 is the dimensional formula of the force. It is the dimensional formula of the force. Same way for the torque also it can be expressed. So for torque is force into perpendicular distance, or another expression of torque is I times of alpha. So force is, we have got the relationship for force, it is kg meter per second square, and perpendicular distance is meters. So this would be m L2 or L power minus 2 T power minus 2. Same way, the other formula for torque is I is moment of inertia. Units are kg meter square it is. Okay. So for I we can write it as kg meter square, and for alpha it is radian per second square. So for radian per second square we don't have to write that in units. So this can be written as kg meter square into 1 by second square. So dimensional formula is m into L square into t power minus 2. So irrespective how the torque is being expressed, whether you take it as force into perpendicular distance or moment of inertia into angular acceleration, the units are going to be same. You can also evaluate by using S is equal to ut plus half at square. So the dimensions of S is L, and for ut, dimensions of velocity is L t power minus 1 into time is t power 1 plus the units of half is not specified, but for acceleration it is meter per second square. So this is Lt minus 2 Lt minus 2 into t power 2. So overall, if you solve this equation, you are getting the units as L only. Okay. Don't add this, but check the individual terms. Check the individual terms, that is ut and half at square it is. At square it has to be. I missed writing square over here. So this is how a dimensional formula can be obtained for a given physical quantity. Dimensional formulae for important physical quantity. For geometry, the physical quantities are length, area, volume, etc. These are the quantities in the geometry domain. Same way in motion, the quantities are distance, velocity, acceleration, comma, momentum. For force and energy, the quantities are force, energy, torque, work done. These are the quantities under force and energy domain. Similarly, under mechanical properties, the physical quantities are pressure, stress, strain, strength. All these are physical quantities. In fluid mechanics, the quantities are viscosity, density. Okay. Similarly, under circular motion, the quantities are angular displacement, angular velocity, angular acceleration, and torque. So for all these quantities, we are required to write the dimensional formula. We will be seeing that in the next lectures. Next is principle of dimensional homogeneity. So this says that the physical quantity should have the same dimensions on both the sides of the equation. We have seen this already in the slide. So if you check and evaluate, the dimensional formula is, or each of the term is going to give the same dimensional formula. Application of dimensional analysis. It is used to check the correctness of the equation. To derive the formula, it is used for unit conversion and finding the dimensions of unknown quantities. Limitations of dimensional analysis. They cannot determine the dimensions of numerical constants such as 2, pi, half, and they cannot distinguish between the quantities with same dimensions. Example, torque and work are expressed in Newton meter, but both are distinct. Both can have the same dimensional formula, but both are different in effect. And it is not also applicable for trigonometric ratios or exponential or logarithmic functions. Another limitation is it cannot derive the equations containing addition and subtraction of different functional forms without prior knowledge. Likewise, if the equation is given as u is velocity, which is equal to distance into time by acceleration, so this is going to give us the correct dimensional formula. But if it is added with time and there is nothing adjacent to it, then it is difficult to write in such case. Okay, so we need to write here some constant has to be written in this bracket so that we get the unit of velocity only. Next is, it does not indicate whether the dimensionally correct equation is physically correct. So physically, that equation getting satisfied with any of the laws of physics or not, that accuracy or that cannot be predicted in the dimensional analysis. So these are few points related to dimensions and dimensional formula. If you find the video helpful in understanding the concept, subscribe, like, and share it with your friends. Let us know in the comment box how we can help you further.